let's talk about Nova. So I built an old hero new deck with Nova, all about Nova getting his new Helicarrier, which is the Douglas. But Nova has this really fun card called Unleash Nova Force. So until the end of the round, each time Nova defeats a scheme or removes the last threat from a scheme, we get to ready Nova and draw a card. Empty board, we've already won. Villain HP is at 0. Hero HP is at 1. We are good. We are good. So unleash the Nova Force. Uh, we're able to get, if we are able to get a ton of schemes out there, we can then use Nova to just clear and turbo draw. And so this is kind of built off of a deck that I built. I don't want to say it years ago. That kind of ran one way or another, and a lot of threat to remove a ton of side schemes to just draw pretty much infinite number of cards. And because Nova has like pot shots and everything in his kit, we do have like a pretty decent amount of damage that we can throw around for minions or the villain. But the Douglas introduces a new way that we can set those side schemes up to, or actually end the main scheme up to clear them. So Douglas costs 6, which is pretty expensive, but Sam has a couple of ways to mitigate that. He has his light speed, or he has his helmet, starts on the board, that's resource generator. And then also he has connection to the world mind, so he can get more than just like 5 effective or 6 effective resources in his hands. So we could potentially play this. We'll see. I think it's gonna be tough to get out there, but we can exhaust, remove a counter, and then remove 2 threat from each scheme in play. And so for any scheme that has 3 threat on it, we can set this up so that they have 1 or 2, and then Nova can come in and just clear them all out during an unleash turn. So that's kind of the idea behind the deck, and the deck is kind of built to support it. So we are going to continue on with the one way or another. Go find a side scheme, reveal it, draw 3 cards, which then we can unleash and clear. We got a blindfold, so that can help us get our side schemes. Dazzler and Professor X for the confuse. Now, Professor X is kind of interesting. We do want Professor X to be using his massive thwart stat, but we don't, if it's an unleash turn, we don't want Professor X to be clearing the side scheme because it's only when you do it, and so our allies will not count. But Professor X can also block. We've got Ironheart, Moon Girl, Nick Fury. I am bringing along a Heroic Intuition to bump our thwart stat up to 2. So if we do have a 4 threat scheme, which the Douglas is going to take us down to 2, we can clear it still with 1 activation. So there's that. We have, along with one way or another, in order to optimize our unleash turns, we have specialized training, and a couple other player side schemes. Specialized training, I am actually not sure yet. So we're going to see, but I have surveillance specialist, but I actually think it's going to be combat specialist here. Mainly because I think we have a lot of ways to reduce threat already, and we don't necessarily need to bump our thwart stat up to 3 if we have ways to take them down and we can clear them already. So I think combat specialist bumping that attack setup may be a little bit more useful. The benefit to having surveillance specialist is that when we do make a basic thwart, we get to draw a card. And I think we're going to be making more basic thwarts than we are attacks. So I think it's going to be a when we clear it, we will see type situation. But we got specialized training there. Let's just talk about. We've got build support, which is going to grab us a Helicarrier. So we do get around the requirement of needing to be an Avenger to play Helicarrier if we do bring it in with a build support. And then the build support gets us a Helicarrier, which is a wild resource generator, which is what Nova loves. Sick. We got Generation X. Whenever we thwart this down, we get to go find a hero-specific card, aka Unleash Nova Force, and we got to lay the trap. It's another side scheme to defeat. When we defeat side schemes, we're drawing cards with Skilled Investigator, we're dealing damage with Turn the Tide, and then we're clearing off more threat with Overwatch. Got Power of Justice, the doubles, and a symbiote suit. I don't actually know if I want the doubles in here. Let me hold on. I have like 2 cards. I don't want the doubles. Get those doubles out of here. I think that actually does take me down to 50 as well. But let me double count. I just like put the doubles in, but I think the doubles were mainly there because of the Douglas. But I have 4 cards that the doubles can pay for. They are also wild, so they can pay. That's why I put them in there. They're wilds because they can pay for his cards too. So yeah, we'll keep the doubles because a lot of his cards you double the amount of resources generated if it's a wild resource, and so like pot shot. So the doubles also count for his cards. That's why I put him in there. I wonder if this Nova is a super slow hero build before he starts redding a lot. Potentially, yeah. Is this a determination angle? Determination. I don't actually even remember what determination does. If you spin, potentially, I could see it. I do also like potentially using passion for justice. Let me grab that real quick. A passion for justice over the power of justice. Um, or is that what it's called? Passion for justice. Yeah. When you spin this card to play a thwart event, that event removes 1 additional threat. Potentially in a multiplayer game, I would try and swap those out. I'm not actually sure how much more threat removal we need, and we don't actually have. We're not adding any thwarting events, so it's just the what is it called? Not the pot shots. Light speed flights. So I think we're gonna lose the passion for justice. I could see a determination though. Awesome, put them away. I found that like whenever I'm like done with the card, I just like toss it like to the off screen, and like my box is right here. Just Nelson, just put it in the box. Determination. After you spend this card, remove 1 threat from the main scheme. Potentially. Hey, Calm, thank you for the follow too. That's my piece. You've never been able to play Nova well. Nova's tricky, I think. Or 43 cards. I don't know how that happened. Would you recommend getting threat tokens? You probably won't use the villain. I like them, personally. I think they do lose a little bit of value if you don't have the villain display, mainly because like they don't like they just like fit in the villain display very nicely. Before I had the villain display, I had the threat tokens and I loved them. So they're just nicer. They're premium, and so I like them. But if there's something that you, if there's like a replacement that you would like, um, they're not necessary. Good morning, WRX. How you doing? Silk is not a champion. Nope. Silk is Web Warrior. Web Warrior. I just recorded a video with Villain Theory yesterday about Silk. I'm excited. We've got Pursued by the Past. We've got this. What villain should we fight? What's a good villain that we should take out? I do want something with some side schemes. Red Skull. Red Skull. I don't love Red Skull against this deck, mainly because one way or another just kind of whiffs. Um, I think I want to try someone other than Red Skull. Doing well, just making up some dividers for your growing collection. Sick, nice, nice. We did announce the season 4 of Unlimited Power, which is like our limited way to play Star Wars Unlimited. And we're adding last season it was me and Ryan from Man vs. Meeple. This season it's the 2 of us plus Brant from Step Into the Portal. So very excited to have Brant on. But I built my deck yesterday. I don't even actually remember the leader's name. Zola. Ooh, Drang. Mugen has minions, but also has side schemes. I like it. Yeah, buy the same token displays are so expensive. Yes, 100%. They were not as expensive as they are currently. Um, but they took them away. They said we're not manufacturing these anymore. They're too expensive to manufacture. And then people are like, no, we do want them. And so they had to readjust prices when they brought them back. Um, yeah, they're very expensive. Ebony Maw, ooh, Taskmaster and rescue all those allies with Taskmaster sounds crazy fun. Um, Drang, I haven't done I haven't done mutagen formula in a while or mutagen formula. Sorry, we have not talked about solo leveling. Have you all watched solo leveling? Insane, insane. We watched like the entire both seasons in like 3 days. It was crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna get the hero display, but villain display I can't. Yeah, and total. Yeah, yeah. Let's do. I feel like I haven't done Ebony Maw in a while. Ebony Maw could be mean. Ebony Maw could be mean. Mutagen, Drang. I haven't done Drang in a hot second. Drang would be kind of funny because you get ship command and your Nova just zooms. Uh, Solo leveling is good. Read the manga as little. Oh, nice. Okay, nice. Nova love Musion formula. Okay, let's do it. Collector 2. Ah! I like Collector 2. Um, it'll actually be kind of interesting too because to play Green Goblin because typically when I flip to stage 3 I want to take all of his damage out and I don't know if I have 20 damage. Huh. That'll be fun. Unleashing the mutagen. Uh, one modular encounter set. Let's see. Is there a new one? I haven't sorted my shield stuff yet. Aim abduction. I want something with a decent amount of side schemes. Trox Brigade. Probably not one of the uh, Thunderbolts. That's just Maria. State of Emergency is all side schemes. That could be kind of insane. Let's try it. That's the one when revealed. Oh yeah, yeah. Nice. From the hood, it's a tough one though. Good, good. Those villain and scheme stands look great. Yeah, no, they're very expensive. I think when I bought it, when I bought mine, I think I paid. I want to say like 150 for it, and so the price has definitely gone up, like a lot. I think like if you have a if you own like a store that hosts like regular like champions nights or something, it's probably worth it at that point. But I think it's by no means necessary. It is. That being said, I'm not going to say it's not super nice. So, put a Goblin Thrall minion into play engaged with each player. In player order, bad things happen. Start with 2 there. I haven't played. I haven't played Nova in a while. I'm excited about that. Okay. When revealed, deal 2 encounter cards to each player. After Green Goblin attacks and damages you, place 1 threat on the main scheme. Good, good. Then Sam gets 6 cards. Alter Ego action. Spend a resource of any type. Search our deck and discard pile for the Supernova helmet and put it and add it to your hand. If you pay for it with a wild, you get to put it into play instead. So connection to the world mine does not count towards our hand size. And we got the Douglas, which is pretty awesome here actually. So one way or another, we're probably going to keep that. Connection to the world mine we're absolutely keeping, and I think we keep the Douglas. I think we're going to see if we can drop this turn 1 because we do have energy. We're going to mulligan the Symbiote suit. We're going to mulligan Miss Marvel. Ideally just... No, we're going to keep the Symbiote suit because the Symbiote suit or connection could get our helmet. Douglas turn 1, let's go! Are you muted? I hope not. It looks like all the audio is good on my end. Can someone else confirm that? Have I just been talking to myself for 44 minutes? That'd be hilarious though. I would respect the heck out of y'all if you just like went for it and we're just like just didn't tell it. Oh no, okay, sweet. Okay, cool. Thank you all. Thank you. But that would be hilarious. That'd be a great April Fool's prank. You just keep telling the streamer that the audio is dead. Oh, that'd be funny. Alrighty. So Symbiote Suit is gonna get our helmet put into play. We've got 4 resources there. One way or another is gonna net us the 2 other resources for the Douglas, which means that there's a chance in which we can drop Heroic Intuition. So let's toss Miss Marvel. Let's hang on to Heroic Intuition, see what we get. We get another one way or another. All right, that's fine. Hit the mute button on your headphone. Go. Nice. Simply draw double resources with one where. Exactly. Or a passion for, or a justice, right? So let's use Symbiote Suit to search our deck and discard pile for the helmet. And put it into play. Because Symbiote Suit does have that wild resource, so we can put it directly into play. With the Supernova helmet. Oh wait, shoot! I forgot that we get to ready it, so we actually may be able to play the Heroic Intuition. Supernova helmet. We get the aerial trait. We can exhaust the Supernova helmet to generate a wild resource. As a hero resource, we cannot do that in Alter Ego. Important to note. Okay. We will flip up to hero form to actually let me. The game is a lot easier when you just ignore the villain health. Alrighty. Let's play one way or another. Searching counter deck and discard pile, or searching counter deck for a side scheme and reveal it. Discard until we get a minion. Each goblin enemy, including Grey Goblin, gets +1 attack. Probably want to get rid of that. When reveal, place 1 additional threat for each goblin minion in play. We're going to grab Goblin Reinforcements. It's going to come in with 3 threat total. We can clear that this round, but that's going to be one that's going to hurt us later in the round if we don't. If we flip it after we see like 3 minions show up. So Goblin Reinforcements, when revealed, place 1 additional threat. So it starts with 2. We got 3 there. One way or another draws us a build support. Ooh, a Power of Justice. Heck yeah, let's go. And a Dazzler. Nice. Sick. Okay, let's go Supernova Helmet. The Power of Justice. Energy. That's 5. And a... Well, let's see if we can hang on to one way or another. We're probably not going to be able to hang on to one way or another, but... We're definitely not playing Dazzler to play the Douglas. Douglas comes in with 3 operation counters on it. I'm trying to remember. I don't think there are operation counters for the Douglas. By the same token. So 3 operation. We can remove a counter to remove 2 threat from each scheme. Big dough in the house. Let's use Connection to the World Mind to play build support. I'm gonna come in with 3. We are going to use the Douglas to go ahead and take 2, take this down to 1, and build support down to 1. Nova will go ahead and thwart down Goblin reinforcements. Don't need that in our lives. Whenever we use a basic power, we get to ready the Supernova helmet. I'm a little scared I don't have a big dog in the house. Yes, big dog. That's what we're calling this from now on. Good call it, Romeo. The big dog. I am a little concerned not having any like protection plan. That I that may not have been the right call. But you know what? It was the fun call. Let's go. Supernova helmet one way or another to play a heroic intuition. And now we die. Let's stand up. We have 5 cards. Generation X, Ironheart, Professor X, Overwatch, and a specialized training. Good. Cool. Just draw a force field projection. Oh, that would, yeah, nice. Okay, we're going to add 1 here. Goblin's going to attack us for 2 plus a boost card. I'm going to block this. No, I'm not. 2. Put 1 here. Let's go. I will take that. So we take 2 damage. We add a threat there. We take a 3rd damage here. Now we get 3 encounter cards. First one is Disaster at the Docks. When revealed, take 3 indirect damage. 1, 2, 3. Ow. But we are setting ourselves up for a lot of side schemes. Next up, we've got Sinister Strike. That's probably game. Let's defend the attack of 2. Plus 2, we'll take 1, 2. This goes up to 3. Okay. And then we've got Death from Above. Green Goblin attacks you, where X is equal to the villain stage number, so he's attacking for 4. That's fair. That's fair. That's on me. I definitely should not have gone into turn 1 Green Goblin without a defense plan. That's 100% on me. I just got really excited that we were going to be able to play the Douglas on turn 1, and here we are. Alrighty, let's try that again, and be smarter about it. Ooh, close game. Almost had him. So close. We were just about to turn that corner. Turn 1 smash. That's Green Goblin, baby. Yeah, right. Yeah, that was tough. Alrighty. Well, okay. Round 2. Fight. Alrighty. Maybe Symbiote 2 was the play. What if we just went Symbiote 2? We would have enough health. 1 more encounter card. What's the worst that could happen? Two encounter cards. Okay, fine. Maybe don't try and play a 6-cost Helicarrier on the turn you're resolving 3 encounter cards. I think that's fair. I think that's fair. I think, yeah, if we can get build support out, that's probably one that we don't need to do on a Unleash turn, because build support's going to get us Helicarrier, which is going to help us get more stuff. Once we have Helicarrier and our helmet out, we would have enough to play the Big Doug when we draw it even in hero form. Finally got your Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. box and debating if I want to change Maria and Nick straight away or leave them stock and try them. Ooh. Ooh. I would swap. Are you playing True Solo, J-Wheel? Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, Leroy. Yeah, just change a couple of cards, because there are some things in there that I may not play two-handed. Yeah, I think two-handed I would be more like gung ho about doing a one or with not changing the precons at all. Like Maria has 3 copies of Agent. Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah. I miss playing with my friends. Yeah. Okay, we got Lightspeed Flight, Generation X. We got a double. We got Pot Shot, Turn the Tide, and a Blindfold. Okay. I think we're going to toss Generation X. That's going to be a second pass thing. We're going to toss Lightspeed Flight. We're going to hang on to Blindfold. We're going to toss Turn the Tide. Although we could turn the Tide into the Goblin Thrall just to get rid of the Goblin Thrall. We could also pot shot the Goblin Thrall. I think we're just going to pot shot the Goblin Thrall, and then we don't have to worry about it too much. I'm going to mulligan those three. We got a Power of Justice, which we love to see. Skilled Investigator, very nice. And a Unleash Nova Force. Managed to get Sinister Motives last week. Nice. That's an impressive find these days. I'm in altar. Let's use the Power of Justice to go get our helmet and put it directly into play. Also, did you all see that they pushed back, at least I think in the US, the release date for Silk and Black Panther to May 2nd, I believe? Which is Con of Heroes. The Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. box will be released in France at the end of May. Nice. It's a really good box. Very, very good box. Okay. Let's go ahead and play a Skilled Investigator. Let's go ahead and flip up to Nova. To use Unleash and Strength to play Blindfold. We get to look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Discard one of these. So a boost card is Nowhere is Safe. That's going to get us a boost here. Death from Above. Green Goblin's going to attack. We definitely want Goblin Reinforcements as an encounter card. Yeah, so we can set this so that Nowhere is Safe could be our boost card. Then we got Death from Above. I think we toss out Death from, or we can toss Nowhere is Safe. These are our two encounter. No, because then that becomes a boost card. I want this to be a encounter card here. And so if we could toss Sinister Strike, so this would be boost, encounter, boost, and we can just take the attack of 2, and then chump block with Blindfold for the second attack that's coming, which would be an attack of 4. And then I don't actually know if there's a way to really do this. I think this is a boost card, right? Regardless, I think Goblin Reinforcements is a boost card. But we can bury it so that we could potentially one way or another next turn, depending on if we can grab it or not. So I'm going to toss probably Sinister Strike. So Nowhere is Safe, Death from Above, toss Sinister Strike. There we go. Okay. They went, I'm really looking forward to Falcon as I play a lot with my sister and her kids, and they love Scarlet Witch. Sick. They really went hard the flipping villain mechanic. Nice. The live stream yesterday, FFG specifically said they can't come. Oh, they say that it's a May 2nd, grain of salt. Okay. I was like, it'd be kind of cool for them to come out during Con of Heroes. That'd be fun. Sinister Motives is a campaign that's good for her. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Silk and Shuri should be released without a delay in France. Oh, nice. That's awesome. It's fun, but it gets pretty tough. I'd recommend it just because the villains are iconic. Yeah. It's not an easy campaign, but it's one that is fairly easy to dive into as a beginner. Plus, like, Miles is really, really strong, and so he's fun to play. And Ghost Spider is one of my favorite characters. Curious about your deck building. Do you start with an aspect archetype deck? You find a hero that will fit, or do you start with the hero and then define aspect and archetypes? I do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I would say that the majority of times that I'm building a deck, I would say it's 50-50 actually. So if there's a hero that I want to build, then I build for that hero and I try and find something else. But the most fun I have when I'm deck building is when I like see a card like the Big Doug, and I'm like, how can I use this, or like what heroes would benefit a lot from something like this, and Nova then pops to mind because it's like if we can set a ton of side schemes up to try and like clear a ton of them or all of them with a like a during an unleash turn, that's fun. So it's a little bit of everything. The only tough and sinister motives are Venom Goblin. Um, Venom Goblin's very tough. I think Sinister Six can be mean. They can be deceptively mean, especially in True Solo. They're all really good. Okay, let's Supernova Helmet Pot Shot the Goblin Thrall. Take him out. Um, Blindfold, we'll go ahead and thwart 2 here. She'll take 1. And Nova will poke Green Goblin. First Blood. Dougie would be great for Cable. Yeah. Yeah. The more resource rocks you have, the more you can play the card you draw into. Yep. Yeah. Let's stand up. Lay the trap. Overwatch. One way or another. Nice. Perfect. Symbiote Suit. Don't tempt me with a good time. Power of Justice. I start by going 2 threat here. Green Goblin is going to attack us for 2 plus a boost. The boost adds 1 here. We'll take 2. 1, 2. Then we have 3 encounter cards. The last one we know is a Death from Above. First one, Offshore Inferno. Comes in with 3 threat. When revealed, discard the lowest cost card you control. Goodbye, Skilled Investigator. It was nice knowing you. Next up, we got an Overrun. When defeated, each player must discard 2 cards from the encounter deck and put each goblin minion they discarded this way into play and engage with them. Comes in with 1 threat. And then we've got a Death from Above. Green Goblin is going to attack for 4. Plus, we know too, we're going to have Blindfold block this one. And Blindfold did exactly what we needed her to do. Alrighty, so I want to draw into a one way or another. Yeah, one way or another plus Skilled Investigator until they take them away from you. Let's just see what happens. One way or another. What's the worst that could happen? I think we're gonna grab Goblin Reinforcements, honestly. That's gonna come in with 2 and not have too much of a let's just do that. Not gonna have too much of an impact. If we can, we do want to clear it. But I'm really hoping that we draw into a Generation X. No, that play the trap. I was like, I really hope we're gonna draw into a Unleash turn or Unleash Nova Force turn, because I feel like we could pop off real quick. Got 3 cards. We got Moon Girl, okay, Energy, and a Douglas. Okay. Let's go Power of Justice, Symbiote Suit, and a Supernova Helmet to play Moon Girl. We used 3 different mental resources, so we will draw 3 cards. Dazzler, Connection to the World Mind, and Force Field Projection. Not the finish he had hoped for. Okay. Oh, we have the Douglas. It would be a crazy one way, or it would be a crazy Unleash turn if we don't clear these off. But what are we looking at? 2-cost Wasp feels good in Nova. The Justice Wasp? I don't actually remember what she does. Go 2, 4, 5, 6 to play Douglas. We could actually hang on to Force Field Projection if we wanted to. We're adding 4 threat to the main. It's not the end of the world. Oh, the Douglas actually doesn't hit Goblin Reinforcements that well. I think that's kind of fine. If we add 4 threat to the main, it's not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. Because we will have the Douglas, which can clear a lot of it. Hang on to these 2. We could play Lay the Trap, but I feel like I'd rather just play a different player side scheme. Um, we could, and Lay the Trap definitely needs to be a stage 3 thing. Let's keep politics and tariffs out of Marvel Champions Friday, homie. Well, I think it's going to affect Marvel Champions, and so I don't know if you really can. I think that choice has been made. Heard you talking about tariffs here in Canada. People are unhappy. Yeah, I actually stopped using Amazon. Yep, I canceled my Amazon as well. Yeah, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad. Um, let's go ahead and thwart. Yeah, let's go ahead and thwart one. No, you're good. You're good, friendly. Thwart one there, which is gonna ready supernova. Super energy, lay the trap. That's 4, 5, 6 to play the Douglas. Come in with 3. Yeah, we were talking about it earlier. And then we can hang on to connection, which is going to effectively be nothing in our hand. Force field projection keeps us around, which is pretty nice. I think Moon Girl will go ahead and throw 2 there. We have force field projection, which we can block this attack. Should be good. Douglas is set up. Just really. Do we toss force field projection? I think there's a world in which we toss force field projection and we just chump block with Moon Girl. We're taking 2 cards. We're at 8 health. Why are we at 8 health? Oh, we took an attack. Yes. Hmm. Hmm. We've seen 2 one way or another's, right? There's one. Yeah, we've seen 2 one way or another's, but we have not seen any of our Unleash Nova Force. There's a chance we can grab another one way or another. We're going to toss it. Draw 5 cards. We got Genius, Professor X, Lightspeed Flight, Specialized Training, and a Pot Shot. Sad. Big dog. Love the new Helicarriers. I think I hold on to Force Field. Oh, oops. Should have read chat. You can always hold on to Moon Girl for something else. That's true. That's true. YOLO! Alright. We're going to add 1, 2, 3, 4 here. Green Goblin is going to attack. We will block with Moon Girl. Be 2. Put Goblin Thrall into play, engage with you. Man, I am ready. I am so ready for a Unleash Nova Force. Jeez. Goblin Thrall is going to punch me for 1, and we got 2 cards. This is the test to see if we're ready for Symbiote Suit. Wicked Ambitions. Discard X cards where X is equal to double the village stage number each time a Goblin minion either take 3 damage or put it into play. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got 2 Goblin Thralls, and we are so... And Goblin Reinforcements. Alrighty. Give me... There's no... I don't have any card draw, do I? Dang it. I'm like, I am so here. I'm so ready for a Unleash Nova Force, because we could have taken out Thralls. We could have... Rumble. Alrighty. Anyways. Nova, Genius will play Professor X. We will confuse the greenest of goblins. Yeah, I think we're going to have to... We're going to have to clean... We're going to have to clean this up, unfortunately. Boo. Nova will... Actually, We'll use Connection to the World Mind to play Specialized Training. It's going to come in with 5. We'll use the Douglas to remove 2 threats from everything. In player order, each player must discard 2 cards from the encounter deck and put each Goblin minion 1, 2, sick. That one's done. This comes down to 3. That one's down to 2. This one's down to 1. This one's down to 2. Okay. Douglas is good. Big Doug. Okay. X will thwart down Specialized Training, which will clear that. And we are going to grab... I think we're going to grab Combat Specialist here. So that gives us +1 attack. We will go ahead and attack this Thrall for 2. If this is a Unleash Nova Force, I'm flipping the table. Jesse Alexander, sick. Okay. Seven. I think we take out the Goblin Thrall. The other option would be to play like a Jesse Alexander. We're going to go up to 5 here. Goblin is confused. We can't flip down. But if we take out... I asked on the live stream if we're getting a superpowered training player side scheme, and then Tony said, not this wave. Superpowered training... So like a reprint of superpowered training? Readying the helmet? Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, Lydia, thank you. Heck yeah. I don't know if that really changes too much about what I was doing. I think like we can use Supernova Helmet to pot shot this guy though. Get rid of that. We have Lightspeed Flight and Jesse. We're not flipping down because we do have a block with Professor X. We're taking 1 damage here. We should draw a one-way, or not a one. Well, we may draw one way or another. We're gonna hold on to Lightspeed Flight. We're gonna toss Jesse. I think Jesse is nice, but I think for what our board state is right now, we don't need him or her. Stand up, hang on to Lightspeed Flight so that we can clear when we get Unleash Nova Force. When we get Unleash Nova Force. When we get Unleash Nova Force. When we get Unleash Nova... Of course. Grumble. We're getting a reprint of build support? Nice. Nice. Okay. We're going to add 2 threats here. Take us up to 4. Goblin is going to attack. We'll block with Professor X. It's going to be a lot. Hey, Goblin Soldier. We'll take 2 from here. 1, 2. 2 encounter cards. First one is a Goblin Knight. After Goblin Knight attacks you, discard 1 card from the encounter deck. If it's a Goblin minion, put it into play. And then we got Goblin Glider attached to the enemy with the highest printed hit point value. Alrighty, my friends. Supernova Helmet will play... Pot Shot to deal 4 damage here. Nova will attack for 2. Combat Specialist will draw into a Miss Marvel, which will ready the Nova Helmet. I was really hoping to draw something else. That's fine. We are... we're going to have an insane turn next turn. We have confused Green Goblin. Let's go Lightspeed Flight to play build support. Come on with 3. Supernova Helmet will play Lightspeed Flight to clear out Goblin reinforcements. Nope, that's not how that works. Then we will follow up with Turn the Tide to deal 3 damage to the Goblin Knight. Take him out. Yeah. We're not in a good spot, my friends. We may lose the main. 7, 6. Yeah, we're going to lose the main. Clear the Knight, we turn the Tide. I think so, yeah. Yeah, we're just going to lose the main and we're going to see what happens. We could Douglas, which, yeah, we're going to Douglas. It's not what I wanted to do, but it is what I must do. Because we didn't draw into the stupid build supports. Or we didn't draw into the stupid things that we needed. So Miss Marvel. We've seen all our pot shots. I believe so. Yeah. We're going to toss Miss Marvel. I'm going to draw 6 cards. Quinn Carrier, Overwatch, Force Field, Ironheart, Turn the Tide, Heroic. Wow. Okay. So we got a one way or another and 2 Unleash Nova Forces in the last hand here. His entire deck works with Unleash Nova Force, which is really fun, but completely inconsistent. Yeah, that's fair. That's why I like Generation X with him, because you can find him. I wonder if, yeah, he needs some kind of limited tutor. Yeah. Stand up. We do have some card draw with Ironheart, Combat Specialist, so there's a chance that we could get there. Add 1 threat here. Take this up to 3. We're confused. We're going to add 2 more to take us up to 5. Our encounter card is the Monster. When revealed, you are stunned. If you're already stunned, take 2 damage. Ow. Alrighty. Well, that's fun. Let's flip up to Nova. Quinn Carrier and Force Field Projection will play Ironheart. Ironheart enters play. We get to draw a Unleash Nova Force. All right, let's have some fun. Can we have some fun? Actually, that's even a better question. Yeah, I think 100% we can. Okay, so this is how we do it. Supernova Helmet plays Unleash Nova Force. Until the end of the round, anytime Nova defeats an enemy or removes the last threat from a scheme, ready Nova and draw a card. Because we have a one way or another in here, I think that's what's going to keep us going. You recently built a Phoenix Protection Mind Control. Oh, that's fun. Really fun to play. Taking control of minions and dealing damage on them. That's sick. That's really cool. What are you using Karma in that? That seems fun. Alrighty. Nova will thwart build support. When build support is thwarted, we're going to go grab a Quinn Carrier, put it into play. Then we are going to, each time Nova, we're going to ready. Supernova Helmet readies, and we draw into a Nick Fury. We're going to respond with playing Turn the Tide, which is going to remove our stun. Okay. How do we do it? We swim. Okay. Supernova Helmet. Quinn Carrier. Overwatch and Heroic Intuition will play Nick Fury, which will draw us 3 cards, which is the end of the deck. One way or another, in connection to the World Mind. What a sad. Wait, where's my? Do you only have one Unleash Nova Force? I thought it was 2. Oh, did I see one in my opening hand? Yeah, I saw one in my opening hand. That's what it was. Okay. Okay. Knick Knack Attack is back. Alrighty. So that drew us 3 cards. Nice. Let's go ahead and play one way or another. Go search and find a. Let's find. Yeah, heck yeah, we're going to get an overrun. Because if we can get more minions, we live in. It's going to come in with 1. We get to draw 3 cards. Lightspeed Flight, Overwatch, and another Lightspeed Flight. Nice. Okay. Nova is going to punch the Goblin Thrall here. That's going to ready the Nova Helmet. Combat Specialist will draw us into a Force Field Projection, and then we defeated a minion, so we get to ready and draw into a Heroic Intuition. Nova will go ahead and thwart down Overrun. Discard the top 2. Master Plan, Dark Designs, no minions. That gets. Actually, before we do that, let's use Supernova Helmet and Overwatch to play Heroic Intuition. Then we're going to thwart, because then we get to ready Supernova Helmet, ready Nova, draw into a Symbiote suit. Oh! Yeah, Nova has really low because of how much readying he has, which can get a little insane. Okay, nice. So Heroic Intuition gives us +1 thwart. There it is. Nice. Okay. We've got Supernova Helmet to play a Lightspeed Flight to remove 3 threat here. Nova will then thwart the last off of the main. So basic readies here. We get to ready Nova because we cleared a scheme, and we get to draw into an energy. Yeah, we're playing Symbiote suit. Let's go. Alrighty, so energy. That's 2, 3, 4. Now we're gonna go Lightspeed Flight. 4. We'll play the Symbiote suit. Gives us 10 hit points. Takes us up to 15. We get +1 to all of our stats. And +1 hit point. Or +1 hand size. Nick Ironheart will both attack monster. And then Nova will hit monster for 3 to take monster out. It's going to ready Supernova Helmet. Nova drawing into a Dazzler. Sure. We'll go Connection to the World Mind for Force Field Projection one way or another to play Dazzler, which will confuse Green Goblin. And Supernova Helmet. That was the last part of that. Dazzler will attack for 2. Nova will attack for 3. Take Goblin out. And we get to ready, draw a card into Turn the Tide. And we take 1 damage. Alrighty. Well, that was a fun little turn. Yeah. Yep. The 1/1 thing is the thing to work around. Nice. Oh, I guess we are ready. So let's go ahead and punch Goblin for 1, 2, 3. We got Turn the Tide. We're gonna toss Turn the Tide. Unleash Nova Force should have been shuffled into this deck. I don't know how much that changed, but it should definitely be in that deck because I played it before I decked out. So I decked out with the one way or another. Alright. Stand up. We get 6 cards now. Pot Shot. Overwatch. Unleash Nova Force. Unleash Nova Force. Generation X. and a strength. Two. Wow, that's a sad looking hand right there. Alrighty, we got one here. Green Goblin's going to attack. We'll block with Nick. Turns like that is what makes Nova fun. Yes. Yes. When am I playing Lord of the Rings LCG? Looking forward to watching your gameplay. I'll probably be back with Lord of the Rings next Friday. But since I wasn't able to stream on Monday, I did Champions on Friday. And then, yeah, so I think next week will probably look like Monday is Champions, Wednesday, Final Girl, Friday, Lord of the Rings. Hey, we got a Goblin Thrall. It's going to take Nick out. Thrall hits me for 1. We got 3 cards. First up is a Feisty Heist. Discard the highest cost card from your hand. That's going to be a pot shot at a whopping 2. But honestly, now that we have a Thrall, we have Feist, we have a side scheme. We're not out of the realm of using another Unleash. Drawing near. And another Goblin Thrall. Alright. Start my turn. We're going to discard Power of Justice. Add 1 there. Yeah, this is kind of insane. Let's go Nova Helmet to play Unleash Nova Force, and we're just going to remember that we have it. Alright, so we have Unleash Nova Force. Let's go ahead and knock out the Goblin Thrall. That's going to ready the helmet. That's going to trigger Combat Specialist. We get to draw a card into Lay the Trap. We then get to draw a card in Ready Nova because we took out a minion, which is going to be Blindfold. Okay. Supernova Helmet and a Strength is going to play Blindfold. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got Exhaustion, Goblin Soldier, Hot Pursuit, I See You, and Citywide Crisis. So we will be chump blocking with Ironheart, so Exhaustion is fine. Honestly, I'm fine with taking a Goblin Soldier as my encounter card. The question here is, are we going to deck out? My guess is no. I think we're kind of done with drawing cards this round. Yeah, so we will take the Goblin Soldier as an encounter card. Hot Pursuit. Let's get rid of I See You. No, let's get rid of Citywide Crisis. That seems scary. Alrighty. That was Blindfold play. We'll go ahead and knock out Goblin Thrall here. Ready. Draw. Ready. Go ahead and thwart down Feisty Heist. Actually, no, let's use our helmet first. Always use the helmet first. Helmet. Overwatch. I may cut out the Overwatches in this deck. I don't know if the Overwatches are doing too much for me. It may just be this setup, but also for Jesse Alexander. Then we will thwart this down. Ready, ready. Draw into a Skilled Investigator. We'll play the Skilled Investigator. Supernova Helmet. I actually don't have anything I want to play with the Supernova Helmet. I cannot play Unleash Nova Force. I don't think I want to play Lay the Trap. I think I need to wait for Lay the Trap to be a Green Goblin stage 3, like lethal. And so let's just thwart here. That'll ready and draw us into a Miss Marvel. We could play Miss Marvel, or we could use Miss Marvel to discard. That's true. I could get rid of the. I think I'd rather. We're gonna play Generation X. Generation X is a little wonky with this deck because if you are using it to get an Unleash the Nova Force, you kind of want. Yeah, it's fine. could toss these, knowing that we can get a Unleash Nova Force. I'm not too concerned about the glider. It's just +1 attack, and at this point we're chump blocking pretty much everything. I think. Oh, we can generate a wild resource here, so we could actually just get rid of the goblin. Yeah. Okay. We have connection to the world mine. Yeah, we do. Sweet. Let's flip down to alter ego. As Jesse Alexander to shuffle a connection into our deck. And then we get to draw a card. I remember when I first got Nova, I didn't realize that you also got to draw a card with Jesse. Unleash Fort, it's so good. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. Then we get to draw a card. Professor X. He's already confused. Quinn. Oh, that was a hero action. Never mind. It's fine. We will discard Miss Marvel to get rid of drawing near. We have X ready for us next turn. Why was I'm gonna have punch Green Goblin 1, 2, 3. Dazzler will punch 4, 1, 2. Blindfold's hanging out. Ironheart's hanging out. He's at he's at 9. I'm trying to figure out if I want to play or hang on to lay the trap. Or this is our last player side scheme, so I think we will hang on to lay the trap. We will hang on to Professor X. We have Unleash. Have we seen all of our Turn the Tides? Or, I'm sorry, one way or another's. We've seen 2 one way or another, so there's a chance we see another one. Nick is in here. We are getting 7 cards, which is pretty impressive. I think we're gonna toss Lay the Trap. If we get it, nice. If we don't, that's fine too. Do we need Professor X? We're gonna toss Professor X. I think I'd rather get the tutors, or like the one way or another's. So we got Unleash Nova Force, connection to World Mine. So Unleash Nova Force, 2, 2. Jeez, okay. 3, 4, 5, 6. There it is. 7. So that's our hand now. It's very fun. Cool. Go 1. Green Goblin is confused. Oh, shoot. Oops. Exhaustion. Surge, exhaust her identity. Hilarious. Okay. Surges into Green Goblin. That's so funny. I forgot that Goblin was confused and it wasn't going to be a boost. Nice. Cool. Alrighty. Got ready to have some fun. Oh, we get 2 cards. So this actually surges into Hot Pursuit. When revealed, discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until you get a minion. Let's go. Love it. Love it. There we go. Goblin Soldier there. Actually don't know if we have any more side schemes in that deck, though. But we are set up for a pretty sweet Unleash turn yet again. Let's go. Alrighty. Exhausted there. Just so tired. I feel like the Douglas is not necessarily needed. I feel like this is probably a better like multiplayer deck, but like the Douglas, like I have 3 thwart right now, so I just clear all of that. It was fun. It got me to play Nova again, which is always good. I don't actually have anything that I can shuffle connection into the deck for, or pay for connection. So we'll just exhaust to draw Power of Justice. Alrighty. Cool. And they're off. let's go ahead and flip up to Nova. Supernova Helmet will play Lightspeed Flight to clear Hot Pursuit. That will ready. That's not ready. We get to draw into Turn the Tide. We'll go ahead and play Turn the Tide to deal 3 damage here. Okay. Skilled Investigator will draw us into a Pot Shot. Nice. We will go ahead and punch this Goblin Soldier. We will take a damage. We took him out. So we get to ready, draw into Moon Girl. That's going to give us an encounter card. Combat Specialist is going to draw us another card. Probably should have done Turn the Tide first, because if that's a side scheme, then I feel really sad. But you're drawing one more card, which is an energy. Okay. Let's go ahead and play one way or another. Is there any? Oh, there is. Disaster at the Doors. Take 3 indirect damage. I am absolutely fine with that. I get to draw 3 cards. Unleash Nova Force. Lay the Trap. Beautiful. And a Miss Marvel. 3 indirect damage. Let's go ahead and just go 1, 2, 3. Okay. This is my hand right now. Like that's kind of insane. Cool. Alrighty. We'll go Supernova Helmet to Pot Shot Green Goblin for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I will go ahead and basic Thwart Disaster at the Docks to clear that, which will ready, draw into a Strength. Got Genius and Supernova. Actually, let's go ahead and have Dazzler throw 2 damage at the Goblin Soldier. It's going to knock Dazzler out. Then we're going to go Supernova Helmet, Genius to play Moon Girl, which will draw us 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Did you play? I did play Unleash. Yeah, I played Unleash. I just drew it again, which is insane. Okay. Nova will go ahead and take out the Goblin Soldier. So ready, draw. There's Professor X. Alrighty. Cannot play one way or another. We cannot play Unleash Nova Force. I'm gonna turn the tide on Green Goblin. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Let's use Supernova Helmet. Villain's at 2. Supernova Helmet will play. No, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do, yep, Supernova Helmet first. How do I want to do this? Huh. Let's just go ahead and knock out Green Goblin. It's gonna ready and draw us into an Overwatch. And Green Goblin comes in. He's gonna deal us 3 encounter cards. 1, 2, 3. It's a scary looking sight. Genius turn. Let's go. Unleash. Yeah. That's half the deck in your hand. thwart main with Ironheart and play X. I want to thwart the main with Nova because then I get a card draw. So that's kind of the my thoughts there. So that's gonna be 20. I think I'd rather overplay Ironheart, but now I can just attack here. Okay. We're going to, and I think I'm going to play Miss Marvel. So we'll attack Green Goblin for 1. We got Supernova Helmet and a Strength to play Miss Marvel. So after you play an event, we can exhaust Miss Marvel, deal 1 damage to her, return that event to your hand. Okay. Nova will go ahead and thwart down Generation X, which is going to allow us to search our deck and discard pile for a pot shot, put it into our hand, and we get to ready, draw into a Lightspeed Flight. Supernova Helmet will play pot shot for 4 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaust Miss Marvel, deal a damage, return pot shot to our hand. Nova will go ahead and thwart here. That will ready Supernova Helmet. That will ready Nova and draw us into a Turn the Tide. We'll go ahead and respond with Turn the Tide to deal 1, 2, 3. Do I have another Turn the Tide in here? I do not. That's fine. Cool. Supernova Helmet will play Lay the Trap. Nova will thwart down Lay the Trap. Deal 5 damage to Green Goblin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ready and draw into another Lightspeed Flight. The Nova Helmet will play Pot Shot to deal 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we will deal 4 damage, or 3 damage, 1, 2, 3, with 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15 cards in our hand at the end of the game. Well, that was kind of fun. The Douglas didn't really do anything for us. I don't think we would have won the game without the Douglas, to be fair, because right there at the beginning it was kind of insane that we were overrun with so many side schemes. I think I was playing it a little bit risky, but yeah, that was kind of crazy, and like we could have kept going. I guess we were kind of tapped out. We didn't have anything that we could have thrown X out there for a block. He's very strong. It takes a while, but when Nova's set up with all the upgrades, he can handle anything and draws a lot of cards. 100%. Literally unleash the deck, right? I was hoping for a Nick. We have a Nick here. Yeah, I was hoping to grab Nick because I was like, that could just like continue us or keep us going. But yeah, that was something. That was definitely something. Nice. That was crazy. I think this is probably the Douglas works a little bit better in a multiplayer deck. It's going to be harder to thwart down the side schemes. You're going to be seeing more of them though. But like for a 2-player, you would have to get 6 or 7 bad cards. Yeah, right. Oh yeah. So we have 4 here. We would have dealt 2 more, so it would have been 6. I would have decked out. Actually, I probably would have just held on to cards, so I would not have decked out. But yeah, 6 cards. Yeah, Goblin was way too late. I think this probably works best at 2. I think it's a 2-player deck, 2-player count deck, because Douglas can set us up to kind of clear. It's got a little bit of supporting stuff going on. You see more minions, you see more side schemes and everything. But yeah, that was kind of insane. I'm here for it. where there's more threat, yes. Because like I think the Douglas, while it did win us the game, it did not contribute to the engine. But if all of those side schemes are coming in with 6 threat, now it gets a little bit more challenging to manage that threat. But the Douglas can clear 2 from all of it, taking it down to 4. What are the encounter cards? Let's see what we would have had. We've had a Overconfidence. He would have attacked you. We would have gotten our Nemesis. We would have waited the world. He would have schemed. And then we would have gotten 2 minions. Hey Heiser, had to step away for a bit. How's it going so far? I think we just did. I think it was 25 damage to finish Green Goblin off, and we ended the game with 15 cards in our hand. So pretty good. Um, yeah, it worked out. It worked out for us in the end. we have our Helicarrier still online. We have our Douglas still online. Just miss you. Just love Nova. Yeah, nice. No, Nova's a ton of fun. I was trying a Nova deck with Douglas to see if that could set us up to clear more side schemes and stuff. Douglas did not contribute to the Unleashed turns mainly because I had 3 thwarts, but I do think that in a 2-player game, Douglas would be pretty clutch here. That's awesome. I'm so happy with this. Makes me want to play Miss Marvel again. I love Miss Marvel. Cool. But we're gonna do one more game today. We're gonna play something with the Agents of Shield new hero board. So we got this new hero board. Ooh. Douglas can help early. Yeah. 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 So I think we could play Nick. We could play Hawkeye. We could play Spider-Woman. We could play War Machine. We could play Black Widow. I just played Black Widow. So out of like Nick, Hawkeye, Spider-Woman, War Machine, what are we feeling? Do I have a favorite? War Machine? Alright, I'm down. Carol. Such a lovely board. Do you have a favorite? Yeah, I think my favorite is gonna be the Vision board. I think this is my favorite. I just think that this is just a beautiful design. I'm so happy with this. So that's probably my favorite. All right, let's do the War Machine. I want to try War Machine not in Justice though. So we could do like War Machine in blue. Oh yeah, this one's so nice. This one is just stunning. The one thing that holds this back, I think this is the prettiest design, but I like this one because I can use it with way more heroes than just one. So, like, I feel like an aggression War Machine could be kind of fun. It could be kind of crazy. War Machine protection. How would that even work? What would War Machine? What would War Machine do in protection? I'm kind of thinking protection now because I don't know what he would do. I just don't. I guess like you can repurpose. Eh. The guns go off with counters. No idea. Never thought about it. Yeah. Huh. Interesting. Yeah. Absolutely. I do hope to see more Android heroes in the future. I think Vivian could be a possibility. I'm gonna go to be right back. I'm gonna grab War Machine who's in the other room. Is there a villain that y'all want to see? Because I'll be down to do that. And then when we come back, we'll see if we can figure out something in War Machine protection. I feel like that's probably his worst aspect. Yeah, I'm really interested to see if we can make a War Machine protection work. I don't know where it would go, but all right, I'm gonna go to be right back. Let me know if there's a villain y'all want to see. I'll see y'all soon.